a great time in school. I was very active. I was on the drill team. I was in student government. I was the president of the French club. I had a wonderful time in high school. I had amazing friends, many of whom I'm still in touch with today, some of whom still live here in Broward County. Piper was great. It gave me the foundation that I needed to be able to achieve. When I look back at myself in high school, I was shy, unassuming. I was a wallflower. I was the person who didn't get invited to the senior prom. But more importantly than all of that, I got an incredible public education. Mrs. Nancy Springer, who taught me humanities at Piper, I recall the day she put up the slide of the Parthenon and the Acropolis, and I was 16. And I said to myself, someday I'm going to get there. And when my husband and I finally got to Athens and we walked up the Acropolis and I stood on the steps of the Parthenon, I thanked Mrs. Nancy Springer in my thought. And the second one is Mr. Dave Gordon, who was my history teacher in 11th and 12th grade, to whom I'm still in touch. And he instilled in me a love of history that I didn't know I had. And as a result, I became a history major when I graduated from college. Well, public education is a backbone of the United States of America. I believe that. Our public education system is what has created and informed an educated class of people for free. I'm a big believer in public education. I'm a product of public education. I have only gone to public schools throughout my life, with the exception of college. And without it, because of public education, this country sets itself apart from others. Well, the fact that the community and the school system tying together is also critically important. Having a support system outside of public schools at a county, especially a county this large, will help foster and grow public education. What they do with their scholarship fund, what they do with their teacher supply fund, but you can't do it without something like the Broward Educational Fund, and they continue to move the machine of public education so that, again, teachers get what they need, and more importantly, students get what they need to be able to succeed for what comes next. Gosh, the older you get, the more people there are to thank, but I do want to thank my parents who are no longer with us. My dad, who didn't even graduate from high school, both of whom instilled in me a love of education. I want to thank my husband too, who honestly, I couldn't have done any of this without Russ. He is the support system that I needed. I would never have run for and won my first election without Russ Clennett. And in general, I want to thank today's public school teacher, who has it a lot harder than Nancy Springer and Dave Gordon did in the late 70s and early 80s. There are so many pressures on public school teachers today, so many different attacks that they have to fend off, literally and figuratively. And to those school teachers in the public school system who continue to do every day what my teachers did, which is encourage and foster young things to grow, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. My children are products of public school. I am a product of public school. My husband is a product of public schools. Without you, we would not have been able to achieve all that we have, and I thank you every day for what you do.